What's up, gun tubers? Here's a little review on the Beretta APX A1 Tactical. This is the APX with threaded barrel. It's got the OD green frame, and this thing shot really good. I was very impressed with it. It's got some pretty good serrations front and back. It's kind of a plain looking gun, I guess. I mean, it's not, anything to write home about. It's got a nice undercut, double undercut actually here, kind of under the trigger guard. And again, I put some Hogue handall grips, the grip sleeve on this one. To me, again, night and day difference. This gun feels so much better. It had a pretty decent grip, and the checkering that was on it in the polymer on the grip, it was a little rough. Kind of reminded me of like a Glock RTF. It would have been great. I'm sure it'd be real good if you're wearing gloves. That would be, the perfect setup. It was a little rough though. It was a little rough. Didn't really bother me too bad, but again, the grip was a little smaller than what I'd like, even with, the back strap. Adding the back strap to me really doesn't help out that much. You just add the finger grooves and the rubber cushion of that grip, and it kind of gives you a little more room for your palm over here, because it fattens the grip up, and to me it just makes it so much better, so much more comfortable in the hand. But it shot really good. Seemed to be real accurate. Again, like the Echelon and every gun that I took to the range last time, none of them were sighted in. They were all just bore sighted. I bore sighted them right here. They weren't fine-tuned. They weren't dead on, but they were close enough just to, check the function, see how they worked. I'll take them back to the range and get them dialed in. I just need to find the time to do that. And this one shot real good. I really have absolutely no complaints about this one. In the original video, I had this RMR on there, which is, again, RMRs are nice optics. There's nothing wrong with RMRs at all. I think they're some of the best optics out there. I'm kind of a Trijicon fanboy, but on this one right here, it's got the auto sensor in it, so it automatically adjusts the brightness, and I'm not really crazy about that. The RMR 06 that has the adjustable brightness buttons on it, in my opinion, that's the way to go. I only bought one of these. This one's the RMR 02. It's got the auto sensing dot in it, and in some situations I've had it on another gun, and when you take it to the range, if the range is dark and you're shooting onto a light target, and it will not brighten itself up bright enough to where you can see the dot. You have to pull the dot off the target to find where the dot's at and then put it back onto the target. I've had that happen a couple times where the optic just wouldn't brighten up enough in the situation. Some of the RX-30s, RX-34 Trijicon optics are kind of the same way, that run strictly off, those other optics I'm talking about run strictly off the fiber optic. There's no batteries in them. Kind of like an ACOG. And even those, they've got an amber dot in them, and when you're in a dark place, if you're shooting from cover where it's dark or something like that, and you're shooting out onto a brightly lit target, you can't see, the dot is washed out, you can't see it. So that's the only drawback to this optic, is that in some situations you're going to lose the dot, so you better hope that you have a co-witness. But since I put the SRO on the Echelon, I went ahead, I had this on the Echelon, I went ahead and put this one on here so I can have the adjustment to make that dot brighter. That's the only difference that this gun has from when I was shooting it, or the only difference is I put the Hogue grip on it after I got back from the range, and I swapped out this RMR with the RMR 06. It does co-witness fine, just like I like it. On this one, This RMR is not bad because it actually sits up on a plate. There's a plate. The optic doesn't sit directly on the slide. So since it doesn't sit directly on the slide, it's elevated enough to where even though I got just the tip top, it looks to me like a, just enough iron sight there to co-witness. I've still got quite a bit of window up here that I can use. So this one fits on here a little bit better. This one definitely doesn't need an SRO. There's enough window there to use the red dot effectively. But this is more of a, this is not a precise target shooting pistol. It's more of a combat type pistol. So that's all you really need is just a regular RMR on there, or Holosun would be fine. Anything. It comes in just your standard Beretta plastic box. It's just your standard stuff. You do get 3 magazines, which is good. 3 magazines, a couple of grip panels, and your lock, all your paperwork. Just your standard Beretta loadout. But you do get 3 magazines, and these are like 20 round magazines. So I've got a few hundred rounds through it so far, and it has done great. I really have no complaints about this gun. It's shot flawless, suppressed and unsuppressed. I'm pretty sure that I think that I did put some 147 grain ammo through it last time, or the first time I took it out. Shot 124 grain ammo last time I took it out. No issues with either one, suppressed or unsuppressed. It ran fine. So I think this gun is a very good value, because I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe I paid around the $450 mark, somewhere around there for this gun. About $450 I think is what it sold for, which I think is a great value. You're getting 3 20 round magazines, threaded barrel, optic ready. Just seems like a really solid gun, and I would definitely recommend it. It's a great little shooter. Catch you on the next one.